Myra's feet ached from the long walk through the dense forest. The mountains loomed tall and silent around her, shadows stretching like fingers in the fading light. Every step seemed heavier than the last, yet she refused to stop. Aaron's face, pale and worried, flashed in her mind. I have to find him, she whispered to herself. By evening, the sky was painted in deep oranges and purples. Mira reached the cave's entrance, its dark mouth yawning like the maw of some ancient beast. Her heart skipped a beat. The air smelled of damp earth and cold stone. For a moment, she considered waiting until sunrise. But then, a faint sound reached her ears. At first, she thought it was the wind. But no, it was soft, sorrowful, and unmistakably human. Her breath caught. She gripped the straps of her bag tighter and whispered, "Who's there? Is someone hurt?" The forest answered with silence. She stepped closer to the cave, each footfall crunching on fallen leaves and small stones. The crying grew louder, echoing inside the cave's dark mouth. Myra's heart pounded, fear mixing with a strange compulsion. I can't just leave someone in need, she thought. The woman lit a small lantern, its faint glow dancing on jagged rocks. She took a deep breath and stepped inside. The darkness swallowed her whole. Every step was cautious, hand trailing along the cold, rough wall. The crying seemed to follow her, sometimes from far ahead, sometimes from the shadows beside her. "Little girl, are you lost?" she called softly. No answer, only the echo of her own voice. Her stomach tightened in fear, but she pushed forward. Suddenly, the crying paused. Mira stopped, heart racing. And then, a small, trembling voice spoke.
"I'm hungry. Please help me."
Myra's breath caught in her throat. She strained her eyes through the dim moonlight filtering in from the cave's entrance. There, crouched by a jagged rock, was a small girl. She could not have been older than 10, with waist-length hair matted and dirty. Her dress was torn, and scars marked her arms and feet. Mira knelt down carefully, holding out her remaining food. "Here, take this. Eat," she said softly. The girl hesitated, eyes wide with fear and hunger, then slowly reached for the food. Mira watched her, heart aching. "Where did you come from?" Mira asked gently. The girl shook her head, unable to answer. Mira smiled reassuringly. "It's okay, you'll be safe with me tonight. I promise." Together, they settled near the cave wall, Mira tending to the girl's wounds as best she could with the small bundle of cloth she carried. The girl's breathing slowed, and at last, they drifted into a deep, exhausted sleep. Hours passed. Morning light streamed faintly into the cave, revealing the rough stone walls and narrow passageways. Mira woke first, blinking against the light. Her heart skipped a beat. The girl was gone. She searched nearby, calling softly, but there was no answer. Mira moved deeper into the cave, her lantern casting shadows that danced like spirits on the walls. She found strange stones piled up at the end of a passage, glowing faintly in the morning light. But there was no trace of Aaron, and no trace of the girl. Exhausted, Mira realized she had no choice but to return home. Her bag was almost empty, her body aching from the cold and hunger. She whispered to herself, "I will not give up. Aaron, I will find you." What had happened to the girl? And what secrets did the cave hide in its dark heart? Mira did not know, but she would return, no matter the cost.